What's going on, guys? Your boy Amazing. We're back with another video, and in today's video, guys, me going over how I got 5 million box CC and how you guys can increase your box CC as well. So let's get into the video. Before we actually hop into the video, make sure to subscribe to your boy Amazing. We are on the road to 10k subscribers, and at the time of recording this video, I'm at 8.42k subscribers on the YouTube channel. Turn on post notifications if you want to stay up to date with anything 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross related. And with that out of the way, let's hop into the video. Alright, so as you guys can see here, I have achieved 5 million box CC on my account here. We do not have the buff yet in game. I don't think JP has the 5 million box CC buff as well. But I have actually achieved 5 million box CC on my account here. As you guys can see, a lot of the units are built up in Super Awakened up to about like here, right? But in this video, I'm going to be going over how you guys can increase your CC and try and push for 5 million as well, just like I did. You can be able to actually get your box CC up a ton by using these tips and tricks to actually increase your box CC. The first thing I like to do for pushing box CC is actually going to be giving the UR gear sets you have made on the correct characters for CC purposes. So if you actually have Zeldris UR gear per se, you want to make sure your Zeldris has the UR gear, because if you give this Zeldris UR gear as an example, if I was to give it to like my Demon Hendrickson here, we can actually just see if I swapped these sets with my Zeldris, we're actually going to lower my overall box CC because Demon Hendrickson is not going to get the boost. As you guys can see, we lose about 4,000 CC there just because I swapped a set. Initially, like if I had Zeldris' UR gear on Hendrickson, it would be like this and I wouldn't have 5 million box CC, but because I was able to swap it back, I actually do have 5 million box CC on the account. So if I just go to Zeldris here, wherever he is, if I can find him now. Oh, there we go. We go to Zeldris and give him back. We're actually going to be at 5 million box CC again right there. So that's just something to note. Very important. Make sure to give all your UR gear sets to the correct characters, the corresponding characters of the UR gear set. That's going to keep your box as as high as possible before you actually do the next tip in the video. So the next tip in the video is going to be to give all your units a HP defense set or an attack crit damage set. And the reason I say to give them an HP defense or an attack crit damage set is because if you're giving HP defense, you're going to get the most CC for your box, right? And a lot of units are very useful as well as HP defense. I'm not saying to max out the HP defense set. All you have to do is just equip an HP defense set just like this. And the reason I set it up like this as well is because if you're going to be making an HP defense set for this character, like if I was to make an HP defense set for Elat here, I would want to make sure that the HP pieces are at the top, the HP pieces are also at the bottom, and then the defense pieces are going to be in the middle. And the reason for that is because it's kind of optimized to where if you want to swap the gear sets and make like an HP crit damage set, you actually just swap the middle two pieces right here. And if you want to make a attack crit damage set or attack defense set, you can actually just swap these top 4 pieces and the bottom pieces, and then just keep the defense in the middle, right? It's a good way to actually manage gear, and I've been doing it recently on all my gear sets to try and make it easier for me to make brand new gear sets for new characters. So I definitely recommend either make an HP defense set or an attack crit damage set so that you can intertwine those two sets as well, and always make sure to set them up in the manner that I've showed here. So the 2 top pieces are going to be attack for sure, the 2 bottom pieces are going to be attack for sure, or they're going to be HP, right, if you're running an HP defense, and then the middle pieces are going to be either crit damage or they're going to be defense pieces. So you always want to make sure that is the case. But if you're increasing your box CC, you can kind of just slap HP defense on anyone and it doesn't really matter. But that's if you want to actually min-max box CC. If you want to be efficient and also like help other units you're going to build gear sets for, I would recommend doing HP defense and then attack crit damage sets as well. The next thing I like to do increasing my box CC is going to be max awakening all my characters in my box. So every single character here is 6-star awakened, and you guys might be wondering, Amazing, how do I get my full box awakened to 6-star awakening, right? How do I get the materials to do that? So basically, if you were to awaken a character, you're going to need these awakening mats right here, and you're actually going to get these awakening mats by doing the boss battle stages corresponding to the rank of the awakening. So if you want to get these pieces right here for the awakening, you're actually going to want to do the boss stage 1 on the chapter 1, right? This one's going to be chapter 2, this is going to be chapter 3, and then this one's going to be chapter 4, and then 5 and 6, as you guys know, etc. It's basically the exact same situation, right? If I was to click on this one right here and we wanted to get like let's just say as an example we wanted to get these usable armor fragments, we're actually just going to click location and it's going to send me to the Vanya Plains, which is going to be the boss battle area for chapter 1, right? If you actually go here, oh no, not the Vanya Plains, but let me actually back out. it should send me to the boss battle area right here. So this one right here. So as you can see, the usable armor fragments is actually able to be acquired from the boss battle, and you're also going to get chalices as well, which you do use to actually increase your hero's awakening stars, right? So the reason I don't have Fraudulent and Blue Elizabeth here not awakened at all is because they're used for cheese strategies in like Tower of Trials and other game modes like that, or even like PvP meme teams. So I like to have them low. But every other unit in my box is going to be awakened just for the purpose of increasing my box CC. So as you guys can see here, you're going to be able to get the chalices from the boss battle, and you're also going to be able to get the mats here to actually increase the units up on the awakening. So that's going to be the main thing right there to do. The next thing you can actually do to increase your box CC is by getting your characters all the way up to level 80. So max evolving them, basically. You want to get them to UR. Your entire box UR is going to be very beneficial, and then increasing them to level 80 if possible is also going to help boost your box CC as well. I'm only missing about this bottom row of units here that need to be level 80. From blue counter Meliodas here down is where I don't have any of these units 80, but as you can see, I have basically my entire box level 80 here. And it's just been through grinding all the SSR pendants through the event Fort Sulgris dungeon. So if you actually go to the Fort Sulgris here, you guys can actually see that whenever you get these keys right here, you always want to make sure you're doing the Saurus Spire right here and farming this out, because you're actually going to be getting SSR pendants over time, right? So it's going to be super beneficial for your account, farming out SSR pendants. You also get like SR pendants and rare pendants as well, as you can see. So you're able to actually get like a bunch of pendants regardless of the character. Like if it's a SR character, a rare character, or a SSR character, you're actually going to be able to get all the evolution pendants from this stage right here. The next thing you're going to want to do to actually increase your box CC is going to be by super awakening your units. And the one thing I like to recommend when super awakening units is only do it for your main PvP team first. That's going to be the biggest priority for when you're super awakening units. Always prioritize the units you are using at the time in the game, because if you're using the 1 Escanor, make sure to super awaken him to super awakening 5. If you're using the assault mode Meliodas team, make sure to super awaken him, Red Zeldris, Droll, etc. If you are running Goddess Elizabeth with Festival Merlin, you want to make sure they're super awakened. Basically any team you're really using a lot or you have invested in, I would definitely recommend super awakening to try and increase your box CC and also your effectiveness in PvP. It's also good to have a lot of your characters at least 1-star SA, and the reason for increasing them to 1-star super awakening, just like I did 11 here, is because on the first star of super awakening you actually get HP as a bonus, and HP scales higher when increasing your box CC. So if you wanted to actually just get a lot of box CC easily, you could just SA1 a lot of your characters, right? I wouldn't recommend doing it unless you actually are just like already done with all your main characters for PvP. But any unit that you really want to just like boost a little bit of CC here, I usually like to give just an SA1 bonus right there. So we're actually increasing the CC. But those are basically all the tricks I like to use here. If you guys want to know how to get those HP and attack defense sets I was explaining earlier, or the HP defense and the attack crit damage sets, you can actually go to the village and purchase them for the gold right there. So if we go to chapter 1's village, so we're already here. If we actually just go to the Vanya and actually go to the gear guy, we're actually gonna be able to buy gear from him as well, and you can just like start putting the gear sets on your characters, and you can start increasing your box CC. So you're just going to click on the gear guy, and we're going to go over to him, and then we're actually going to be able to get some full sets of gear for your box to actually increase your box CC. Alright, so this is going to be the guy that gives you the gear for your characters. Depending on the chapter, obviously, you're going to get different types of gear here. And you can actually check this by going to battle and going to equipment. This will tell you which village has which gear. So the chapter 1 is going to give you the attack gear. Chapter 2 is going to give you defense. Chapter 3 is going to give you HP. And then these 3 are kind of irrelevant, like the recovery rate, recovery rate, crit resistance, and crit chance aren't going to be very useful. The main 3 ones you want are going to be from the HP, defense, and the attack chapters right here to actually increase your box CC. So that's basically it. You just buy from the vendor right here. You're basically just gonna get all the gear from him. You can either do that, or you can farm it through boss battle. That is another way to actually get the runes here if you're running low on runes. But yeah, that's basically it for how I increase my box CC to 5 million and how you guys can increase your box CC as well. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe as always. And if you guys want to see more videos like this, definitely let me know in the comment section below. And I'm going to see you guys in the next video. Peace out and have a great rest of your day.